Pink, good girl. How did you say orange? Good girl.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kirsty and I'm a mum of 4. And in today's video, this is going to be, as you can probably tell from the title, it's going to be an Evie-Mai update. Excuse if you hear any noise or anything, it is the summer holidays, so kids, they're kind of chilled at the moment, so I thought it was a perfect time to do the video. But if you can hear any noise, then you know they're up and about. So yeah, the last time I did a video on Evie, it was her autism assessment results. So just a bit of background for those of you that are new. So I have 4 children. My eldest is autistic and Evie-Mai is my youngest, and she's been also diagnosed as autistic. So Evie-Mai is now 4. She'll be starting school in September. But going back to when she was about 16 months, that's when I started to notice something was wrong. Maybe because I've been through it with Hayden, I noticed earlier on that something wasn't right, because even though I was noticing things, everyone was telling me it's fine, just wait, it's going to be fine, there's nothing wrong, it's normal. But I think as a parent you just know when something's not right. So one of the first paediatricians that we saw for Evie-Mai also sent Evie-Mai off a few more referrals. So one of those ones was for her bloods to be taken, and it's like a genetics test. It's called microdeletion CGH. And yeah, those results came back and we found out Evie-Mai was missing a small deletion in one of her chromosomes. It's called 16p11.2 microdeletion, and that can affect her speech, can be linked to autism, a larger head circumference, obese, more likely to be obese. It can be seizures and stuff, but luckily Evie doesn't suffer with seizures. There's quite a few things, learning difficulties. So yeah, so obviously this wasn't the nicest news to hear, but at the same time it was nice to know that there was a reason why Evie was not, her speech wasn't coming along, and this is the reason. Evie-Mai was at preschool, and before she had her autism assessment results, the preschool talked about applying for EHCP, and it was something that I kind of like knew a little bit about, but not really a lot. And I thought, well, yeah, amazing, you know, it's not long, she'll be starting school, it'll fly by. So I said, yeah, let's do this. So the preschool got that sent off, and unfortunately that came back and it said that basically they declined in the assessment, and it was through lack of evidence from the preschool, which wasn't great. So I spoke to the preschool and they said once Evie-Mai has her autism assessment results, then they'll go from there and reapply. So Evie's results came in, obviously you guys know Evie-Mai's results came back, she was autistic. So again I went up to the preschool and said, let's reapply, she's come back, Evie-Mai's autistic. And they then came back with me and said that they were not happy to go ahead with it, and they did not believe that Evie-Mai was 2 years behind, and if they didn't believe it then they wouldn't apply for EHCP for her, which was a massive turnaround because they were the ones who offered it in the first place and said, like, let's do this. And for them to say that she's not 2 years behind and this is the reason, and they don't believe that she needs one, she doesn't need help at school, even though she's still in nappies. Her speech alone is 2 years behind, over 2 years behind. So yeah, that was that. I couldn't really say a lot more. They declined it. So I then went home and found out that you can do it yourself. So I decided to apply myself. Whilst that was happening, something happened with one of the workers at the preschool. Her son was making noises and she said, oh, please stop, you sound like Evie-Mai. And that was that. I emailed the preschool and they basically sided with her, and there was just obviously no evidence that that happened. But there was no way I could leave my child who depends on me and cannot speak, cannot tell me if anything goes wrong, in their care. I just could not trust them, and I really felt let down by them, not just for the EHCP now, but for this happening as well. And so it's basically called a liar, which just gonna leave that there. But anyway, I took my daughter out of there because there was no way I could ever let her go there, ever trust those people. So luckily my parents were at home, so they agreed to have Evie, and yeah, so Evie stayed there. So I got a letter back saying that the educational healthcare needs assessment was accepted. So now they had to gather all the information and then send it to panel. So I got further already than the preschool did just by sending the right evidence. We also did speak to, it was like a EHCP helpline, and asked them, told them what the preschool said about there being 2 years behind. They're like, that's not right. Don't know where they got their information wrong. So next Evie had another paediatrician appointment, and she got another couple of referrals. She has low muscle tone in her legs. They tried to use the little hammer on the reflexes of her knees, and there was nothing. It didn't reflex at all. So they also watched her walk, because we said like one of her feet turns inwards as she walks, and it also makes her a bit unsteady. So she got referred to occupational therapy for that. Still waiting to hear back from them though. Waiting times is just so long with everything. I also mentioned about her speech, and I think that she's can't get my words out now. I think that she shows signs of apraxia of speech, which is like the brain stopping the speech. Like she knows what she wants to say, but she just can't, and the sounds, she doesn't get the right sounds out. There's quite a few signs that I think she has for that. So that has been referred, and we see a specialist for that, because not all speech and language deal with that. It's a rare thing. But last time we spoke to someone in speech and language, they said she probably hasn't got that, it's rare. And now she's got like a rare chromosome disorder. So yeah. So that paediatrician also put some input in for the EHCP. And then a psychologist came to the house to watch Evie play, and she also added her bit of input in for Evie's EHCP. So then I was going for a meeting with some teachers, and they were going to talk about Evie-Mai's care and basically toileting and stuff like that, because Evie-Mai is still in nappies. So I really wanted to find out about the EHCP, where it was still taking so long, it was delayed and delayed. So I quickly sent some emails out, because I didn't really want to go in there with them not thinking that I've tried to get in contact with them to find out what's going on. Then I literally got a phone call before I was going in, telling that Evie's got accepted, her EHCP's been accepted, just before I was going in to see the teachers. So it was amazing news. I'm so happy, so proud, so glad that I did it myself, because yeah, otherwise she would not have had one. And it's great because Evie-Mai starts school in September, so it's perfect timing. Yeah, just really happy. So I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with Evie-Mai now, and how her speech is, how everything is, and then I will get her to come on video, and we'll do a little bit of sort of like communication stuff with her. So Evie-Mai still just says mama and dada. That is like her main words. She can say nai, which is Sky. We have a dog called Sky, and also Evie-Mai is still obsessed with Paw Patrol, so obviously Sky is like one of her favourite Paw Patrols. But she says nai, which is amazing. And the rest of it is just kind of like noises. She just makes sounds, and she does make different sounds for her counting than her words. She's still obsessed with water. She loves Play-Doh. She actually made up her own sign. She's came out of school. I was like, what did you do, Evie? And she was like playing with the Play-Doh in her hands, but like no Play-Doh. So she was showing me that she was playing with Play-Doh, and the next day her teacher told me that she was playing with Play-Doh. So I just thought, oh, it's just so amazing how she's trying to communicate with me. She still lines things up. She still likes routines. She likes things a certain way. Most of the time we can find a way to communicate. I always ask her, please use your hands, because she can sort of get a little bit sad and a little bit whingy sometimes. So I say, use your hands, tell me what you want. So then remind her to use her Makaton. We've been really working hard on Makaton. If you guys don't follow us, I've got a Facebook page, I'll put it all below or on screen. We've got a TikTok, an Instagram, all helping me and Evie-Mai learn Makaton, because it really does help me when I learn the videos, the songs, the signs, just doing it over and over. So I've gone on a Makaton course. I've done level 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've done all the levels. So it's just now me using it and not losing it, as my tutor said. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on with it, keep teaching Evie. What's amazing is Evie's school is going to send a couple of people off on Makaton courses. So they're going to learn Makaton as well for Evie-Mai, and obviously any other students that are going to need it. I feel like a lot more people should know it, and we should use it more, because it's such a good thing to learn. And how nice is it when someone uses it and you can use it with them to communicate with them? Like, it's just amazing. So hopefully it's just me and Evie are gonna keep making awareness about Makaton, and yeah, we'd love it if you guys would follow us and learn it with us. So what's next for Evie-Mai? She is starting school in September, which is just crazy. So she has a week, like half days, and then full time at school. So cannot believe it. She doesn't feel old enough, but yeah, the school have been amazing. I'm really happy, and it's just going to be a case of see what happens. Like, we're just gonna let her go do her own thing, and then find out where her needs are and what the EHCP needs to be for, you know. But I'm just glad it's all there, it's in place, ready to go, and she's got that extra support, extra funding for her to just help her. And yeah, I'm excited at the moment. So I hope you've enjoyed this update. I'm gonna go and grab Evie now.
Hi, Evie-Mai. Hello. You're using your Makaton. She's showing you on her video. She does what sign should we do today? Do you want to show them what do you want to show them? What sign? Rainbow. You love rainbow. Oh yeah, you got one on your dress. And what colours can you see? What colours on the rainbow? Can you see pink? How do you say pink? Sky. But how do you say pink in Makaton? Use your hands. How do you say pink? Pink. Good girl. How do you say orange? Good girl. What about blue? How do you say blue? You're so clever, aren't you, Evie-Mai? How old are you, Evie? You're 4. You're so clever, aren't you? Anything else you want to say? What else do you want to say? Do you want to say, how are you? Ask everyone how they are. Say, how are you? Both hands. How are you? Good girl. Tell them what your name is. I'm going to tell them what your name is. Evie. My name is Evie. May. Oh, three fingers, Evie. May. Clever girl. Mama. What else are you going to say? Paw Patrol. Who do you love more? Paw Patrol or Peppa Pig? Dog? or pig? Both hands. Both hands. Both hands. That hand too. Dog. How did you do dog? Both hands. And that one. And that one. That's it. Dog. Well done. Right, you're going to say thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Bye.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others.